Welcome to the educational resources of the Genom Informatics facility. The topic of today's episode is the baseline workbook in the 101 workbook series. Join us for an introduction to data science. Data science workbook provides universal principles across disciplines that require familiarity with efficient digital data processing. You will find a concise but meaningful summary of knowledge and terminology that ensures getting the basics down quickly without drowning in details. But those interested will also find many references to broader studies that they can follow. The premise behind the workbook is to provide the user with hands-on tutorials that teach through practical examples of real-world applications using reviewed state-of-the-art tools and methods. The must-have note from this guide is where to find the data science workbook. Everything else could be found right there. All you have to remember is 101 workbook. This website is a central location to find all the workbooks we develop. The 101 workbook project started with the bioinformatics workbook and has expanded to the geospatial workbook. As we realized that many topics of computer science fundamentals and digital data analysis are mutual across disciplines, we originated a data science workbook. You can access the data science workbook directly by using the following URL address: datascience.101workbook.org. In a nutshell, it is an active learning platform that guides the user step by step to large-scale computing and efficient digital data processing. The educational content consists of 9 main sections, organized in a logical sequence. Numbered topics make it easier for beginners to navigate and reflect the necessary stages of the project life cycle. The first section is a brief introduction to data science itself, as an approach shaped in response to digital information whose size and unstructured nature are far beyond the capabilities of conventional tools. It is not just about how to process or store big data, but also how to improve knowledge retention. In this section, you can find a historical outline and learn something about the data. For example, you will recognize structured, unstructured, and big data, and distinguish the data from information and knowledge. While exploring the command line section, the user becomes familiar with a terminal, including command line navigation in the file system, and learns vitally important commands for parsing text files. After getting used to the command line, or whenever you buy a new local computing machine, you may want to look into Section 3, Computer Setup. It is worth knowing how to adapt the configuration of the most popular operating systems to your research work. Also, there is treasured software facilitating team communication, project management, results presentation, and improving the developer experience. You won't be disappointed to learn about it. Next is Section 4, IDE software. IDE stands for an Integrated Development Environment. That facilitates daily work for any developer, whether you write simple scripts in Bash, submit jobs to a queuing system on an HPC infrastructure, or develop advanced software in an object-oriented programming language. Even if you're only using open-source pipelines, it's worth familiarizing yourself with common editors such as Atom or Jupyter to get the most out of them. Another challenge on the data scientist path is programming. After all, everyone more or less is a developer. In Section 5, the user will find the basics of algorithm design and Bash scripting to learn how to easily encapsulate a repetitive task in a loop that starts with a single command and runs in the background at your schedule. More persistent users will be introduced to 2 of the most widely used programming languages, R and Python. Introduction to High-Performance Computing describes examples of HPC infrastructure, including the XSEDE supercomputer, the SINET network, and computing clusters of ISU. This section also contains many practical tutorials and problem-solving pipelines, including issues related to secure shell connection from the local machine, remote data access and transfer, software available on HPC, job scheduling, new parallel, containers, and more. Data acquisition and wrangling are crucial parts of data science that lead to extracting knowledge from the information. Processing and sharing large datasets can be a hassle. As you explore Section 7, you will learn how to download online data from the command line, manage Excel spreadsheets, and efficiently manipulate massive data with Python. Nowadays, data visualization is much more than just listing numbers in a table. Infographics and interactive charts perhaps best describe the need for the modern presentation of results. Thus, Section 8 introduces the scientific graphic design and graphing based on customizable examples. Lastly, we shed some light on intentional project management leading to improved reproducibility and research productivity. Project management is not just about how you organize your data, files, and folders but also how you record the steps in data analysis. It also becomes significantly more important as the size of the project and the volume of data increases. In this section, you will find an introduction to tools for handling source code, improving documentation, and communicating with your team. You can easily navigate to the selected main section by clicking on the Learn More link, located under the corresponding image in the gallery on the Workbook homepage. The link will take you to the landing page of the selected section. We'll discuss the details later, but now let's go back to the homepage. Besides Homepage, there are 4 more tabs in the Data Science Workbook, including an About, Index, Glossary, and People. You can find them in the menu bar at the top of the web page. The About subpage tells a short story about the mission and foundation of the Data Science Workbook. We also acknowledge there for funding sources and copyrights for used assets. The People subpage shows short bio profiles of the contributors to the Data Science Workbook to give you a chance to get to know us better. At this point, we would like to encourage you to communicate with us actively, as your feedback allows us to improve the resources we create and make the tutorials more useful. Glossary is a new subpage designed to increase familiarity with professional terminology for beginners. To the right is an index of the alphabet letters. Clicking on the letter takes you to the corresponding section in the dictionary. Definitions for entries are short and easily understandable. Each term is labeled with several tags from a related field. The index subpage is a sitemap that lists all the tutorials and articles presently available in the workbook. The organization of that list reflects the structure of the 9 main sections and the hierarchical order of their internal content. It is worth noting that there is an option to go directly from the Data Science Workbook to other workbooks related to more specific disciplines. In particular, you can navigate to the Bioinformatics Workbook, Geospatial Workbook, and newly created AI Workbook. The section heading navigates you to the landing page of this section, while all lower-level bullets lead directly to the articles or practical tutorials. First, let's go to the landing page. A brief preface is at the top of the page. It gives a glimpse of what you can find in this section and what the learning objectives are. Below is a detailed table of contents with direct links. At the bottom is a set of navigation buttons that allow you to move to the next or previous section and back to the home page. Let's jump to the topic of your choice. We landed on an introduction to Unix, crafted by Andrew. Here, as in every tutorial, an interactive table of contents is on the right-hand side. It gives an impression of the merits and allows easy navigation to the desired paragraph. We are trying to get more tutorials that include how to do videos. Let's explore the Unix shell concept. In the beginning, you'll get a neat list of terminology with definitions and practical tips. Then you will learn about the Unix shell variables with a practical exercise showing how to check the current value of such a variable. There is always a further reading section at the end of each learning story. It contains an ordered list of the tutorials remaining in this topic section. For simplified navigation, we can again use buttons that take you to the home page, the index of the current section, and the previous and next article. So let's see what's next. It appears we have jumped to a hands-on tutorial of basic Unix commands. As intended, this tutorial also has interactive navigation on the right, but let's scroll through it a bit manually. As you can see, this is a practical step-by-step guide that requires the user to enter in the terminal the commands provided on a green background. Each syntax used has an individual explanation and additional notes and tips. There's a bunch of it, which means you can learn a lot. Let us return to the index of the entire section. Here we are again. Let's go a level up to the sitemap. Yes, we've been here before. Just for the record, the section headings lead to landing pages containing a brief overview of the section's topic and a detailed table of contents. I should also warn you that Workbook is continuously developing, so there may be some scheduled articles that don't have content yet. An example is a tutorial for the awk command in Bash scripting topic. I can assure you that new content indeed is coming soon, to the best of our ability.